Thank you. Hello, my friends in Reading. It's so great to be able to speak here with you today. As many of you know, or you're about to find out, I am Deirdre Jones, and I'm running not only for president of Franconia, but for change in the government. Now, there is no doubt in my mind that Franconia is the greatest nation on this earth. But there are things that aren't working. The divide between the rich and poor is growing. Maicon and Palomalia were devastated by the hurricanes last year and are still in poor positions. The drought in both the farming states is alarming, and I know that here in Reading, the environment, the death penalty, and gay marriage are all crucial topics that need to be addressed. As Franconians, we must work together to better our nation. Our starting point is the environment. As we nourish and care for the land we live on, it will reward us in return. My family and I have taken an annual ski trip to Reading every year since I was 8 years old, and I know how beautiful the state is. Reading is full of beautiful mountains and rivers and trees as far as the eye can see. Now, I want to preserve these gorgeous environmental aspects, and I know I can. I will implement green technologies so that Reading's environment continues to prosper and keep its awe-inspiring views. Wind and solar energies can create many benefits in Reading. We must invest in both resources and scientists so that we can develop forms of renewable energy. As jobs continue to grow, not recede. Wind energy is a very attractive option that is very efficient and self-sustaining. Solar power will be an extremely efficient way of getting power due to its easy access. It has no pollution, its mobility, and it can be implemented in any climate. These resources will help create tons of jobs that will continue to regenerate and grow with our country and your state. Education is another way that this country and Reading can continue to expand and grow in. Our children are our future, and as such, they must be educated and exemplary. I propose implementing at least a basic K-12 education system in every state in the nation that would teach our children the skills they need in order to become successful later in life. I know that Reading does have the best educational institutions in this country, and I would love for other states to be exemplary as well. Teachers are going to be a very important aspect to society because they are the backbone. They're going to build up our future generations. I myself attended Lincoln University in Magana, and I'm extremely grateful for the outstanding education I received there. This is where I started out, my friends. And look at me now. I'm educated, and I know what this country needs to succeed, and I can supply those needs. We need to open up our schools' doors to everyone, and this sort of immersion can provide a learning experience for people of all ethnicities. This is a very important step everywhere in this country. We need to stop being so discriminatory and backwards. We need to reach out to everyone, and because we do live in such a wonderful country, I want to make this change and make us an even better, more supportive place. I support a non-voucher education system as well. People should have the right to choose to attend a private school and to fund their attendance, but not at the expense of the public school system. School vouchers and educational tax credits undermine the funding and enrollment of public schools. Everyone deserves an equal opportunity to learn. Everyone also deserves an equal opportunity to be married to whomever they please. I am proud to announce that I am in support of same-sex marriage, because people should be able to love who they love and should not be discriminated against. Same-sex couples should receive the same legal rights as heterosexual couples. Back home in Magana, my next-door neighbors are a gay couple, and they could not be happier. I have seen firsthand how much safer and how more comfortable society becomes when a bill legalizing gay marriage is passed. Couples throughout Magana now have the opportunity to get married regardless of their sex. I want to give this opportunity to Reading as well. Here, a bill is waiting to be passed to whether gay marriage will be legalized. Here, a bill is waiting to be passed as to whether gay marriage will be legalized. Governor Richards has postponed the passing of this bill until after the election and has not expressed her sentiment on this issue. I'm here to tell you all in Reading that I am in full support of legalizing gay marriage, not only in just Reading, but for the whole nation. I refuse to take a states' rights approach because I believe that this is a big issue and needs to be addressed nationally. Take my hands, Reading, so we can ensure safety and rights for everyone. I also support the right to life. The death penalty should be abolished, not only here in Reading, but throughout the country. This type of punishment is incredibly severe. The wrongful execution of an innocent person is an injustice that can never be rectified. Also, many family members who have lost loved ones to murder feel that the death penalty doesn't even heal their wounds, nor will it end their pain. The extended legal process prior to executions can prolong the agony experienced by the family's victims. Also, how does this look to surrounding countries that we support something so archaic as the death penalty? Politics, quality of legal counsel, and jurisdiction where a crime is committed are more often the determining factors in the death penalty case than the facts of the crime itself, which is also something I want to prevent by getting rid of the death penalty. We do not need to be so primitive with our punishment, and there really is no reason to have it. It has only been used a couple times, it's not effective, and it's just moving us backwards in society. Instead of focusing on punishment, we should be focusing on rehabilitation, making these criminals into upstanding citizens so that they can be assimilated back into society and contribute to a growing Franconia. We will help to fund these programs by cutting funding for programs such as deforestation and harming the environment, and so we can actually use them to benefiting our society instead of harming it. Here in Reading, we have some of the best schools the nation calls home. We can put an emphasis on education. We will expose our children to the subject matter needed to make these changes. They have to be made aware about the harmful effects of non-renewable resources that can have on the environment. Franchonians, the land gives back to us, and by giving back to it, we can make our nation efficient and build it to last. Reading, I am Deirdre Jones, and I believe in Franconia. I got into this race because I believe that life is a gift, and I don't intend on wasting it. I want to live every day of my life giving back to this nation in every way that I can, because it has done so much for me. I do believe that it has helped me grow, and like it, I can make it grow in return and make it a better place for all. I believe that I am the candidate who has the strongest policies that will lead us to a better tomorrow. I have taken a strong stance on every issue from the very beginning of this election, and I know that my plan for Reading and Franconia will work. And I'm asking you to believe in me and a brighter future for our great nation. Thank you so much for listening, and take my hands to let this country grow. Thank you.